Hi everyone. So today I'm going to go over my empties for the month of March. Like always, I'll have these separated into categories in case you're only interested in certain items. Like always, I'll start off with my sheet mask. I always use these after the shower because my face is dry like the Sahara. So this is the I'm From Rice Sheet Mask. I think the idea is for it to add a little bit of brightness or glowingness to your skin. I'm not sure if it does that, but I really like how this feels on my face, so I would definitely repurchase that. Then we have the I'm From Mugwort Sheet Mask. This is great for people who have, let's say, rosacea or redness in their skin that want to calm down. Again, I really like how this one feels, and I like the consistency of the essence in the sheet mask, that it's not too runny and liquidy or super viscous, like one that I'll show you in a little bit. But yeah, would repurchase that one as well. Here is the Tony Moly Sheet Mask. I'm Red Wine. So I've been going to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and I haven't been seeing these anymore. So I'm just seeing the La Creme shop, I believe that's what it's called. So I'm glad that I purchased these while I could, because basically you got a pack of like 10 for $9.99. So each one came out to just under $1. So yeah, I definitely repurchased these. I really like them. Hopefully they still sell them in TJ Maxx and Marshalls, or they come back, because I'll definitely buy like one or two. Okay, last one. We have a free sheet mask that I got in my Joel Sale order. Well, technically my sister got it in the order. This is from the brand, I believe, Numbison. I am using one of their serums that I enjoy. However, I did not like the sheet mask because it was really thick and it was really hard to, I guess, open the sheet mask, like get it out of the sachet and then put it on my face, because it kind of reminds me of those that feel like gelatin or something. I felt like it was going to break. So I don't like the serum that was also included, because it honestly felt like a pretty thick serum and not like an essence, which I feel like that's the texture that I like. And I felt like it kind of didn't really do anything. And I don't know, it just didn't really feel that pleasant. So I wouldn't recommend this one, and I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase it. All right, going on to the next skincare product, we have a sachet of the Klairs All Day Airy Sunscreen SPF 50 plus PA4 pluses. So this was one that my sister used up and I used up, so we went 50-50. This one is pretty easy to spread across your face. It's almost like of a serum sunscreen texture. So it's not super runny, but it's very easy to like spread across your face. I don't find that it pills up. Well, then again, I don't use makeup, so I wouldn't know if it pills with makeup and stuff, but it doesn't pill over my serum and my toner and my essence steps. I really like this sunblock. My sister doesn't like it because she feels like it leaves her face too dewy, borderline greasy looking, but I personally like how that feels on my face. It's not like when you put like petroleum jelly or oil, like you're leaving grease stains on your pillow. It just feels like very hydrated, in my opinion. I would repurchase it, but because of the whole I don't know if it's like the tariff, FDA regulations, some Asian beauty websites that are based in Hong Kong, Korea. Some of them are going to reformulate, I think they've announced, and some of them are not going to sell sunblocks to, I guess, people who live in the USA. So I don't know if I'm going to find this again, but if I am able to order, I think it'll be okay if I order from, let's say, someplace that has their warehouse in South Korea and not Hong Kong, China. I think it should be fine. But anyways, that's all to say. I would repurchase this if I am able to get my hands on it, and I do like it. Okay, next one, we have a full size of the product I was just talking about, so I won't go too much into detail, but this one is the full size, 50 grams, so I do cut it in half to get every little bit out. Again, I like how it feels. This is my everyday sunblock. I don't believe I have a backup of it, but again, if I could, I would repurchase it. My sister doesn't like it. She prefers the Wish Trend sunblock, and that one is slightly more mattifying than this one. Okay, next we have a bunch of lip balms for some reason. First one is a declutter. I think I finished up maybe half of this tube, but honestly, I never liked it. This was the Trader Joe's Gingerbread Cookie Moisturizing Lip Balm. And this was a part of, I believe, the 2023 Trader Joe's Advent Calendar. I believe I did a video unboxing it. And honestly, the first time I tried it, it smelled kind of, I wouldn't say rancid, but you know when like shea butters are too old and then they almost smell like clay or Play-Doh? That's how this smells like. It doesn't even smell spicy, and it never smelled like a cookie to me. So I have a feeling that something went off, and I just like kept trying to use it to finish it up, but I felt like it never really moisturized my lips, and that feeling didn't really last, and I felt like there was something that had gone off on my lips. So I'm calling it quits. This is no good. I want to repurchase it. Okay, and the first actual lip balm that I finished is from, I believe it says Kiss Beauty. I'm not sure. I got it free from Pinch Me, and I don't even think I qualified for this off-brand one. I'm pretty sure I qualified for like Carmex or Tarte or something, but I was given this. So I finished it, but I honestly didn't like it because it almost felt like a super, super lightweight moisturizer on the lips that evaporated in like 2 minutes. So I felt the need to always reapply it. And low key, I felt like it was making my lips drier the more that I used it. So I'm glad this is out of the way and I wouldn't repurchase it. Okay, next, finally, an actual lip balm that I would repurchase and recommend. This one is the Carmex SPF 15 in the scent Strawberry. I really love Carmex lip balms, and I just like lip balms that have SPF overall. I believe they have one that has a higher SPF, SPF 30, and that's the Carmex, I believe, Weather Guard. If I had to choose between lip balm versus like the lip gloss version for Carmex, I would choose the lip balm because I like how that feels more. And even when my lips were really dry at night, I would also apply it even though I wasn't going out into the sun because I felt like that hydrated me the most. Honestly, low-key, Vaseline hydrates my lips the most, but if I didn't have the Vaseline, I would reach for this Carmex lip balm. I've already repurchased this, and I would repurchase it again. All right, so that is it for skincare. Going on to body care. First, Empty, we have a body scrub that I just hate panned it. This is from the brand Asquith and Somerset. This is their, I think, hazelnut hot chocolate salt scrub. I loathe this scrub. I think I finished this in like 4 showers and I was really, really heavy handed. And the problem with this one is that while initially I really liked how it smelled, the hot chocolate note, that's what I mainly picked up on. The more that I used it, the more I got the nutty nuances of the hazelnut. But the main problem was the texture. It was fine when I was applying it in the shower, but once the water hits, I don't know what type of magic happened, but I felt like I was those little ducks in the ocean after the oil spill and the human like hadn't rescued me and like cleaned me with Dawn dish soap. That's how I felt like. So essentially I had to go into the shower, quickly use the scrub, a lot of it, and then spend the rest of the shower trying to like scrub it off with soap, body wash, but it was just a no. I definitely felt hydrated, but in like when you have baby oil on yourself. So it just wasn't a good time. I wouldn't repurchase it. And I honestly have a lot of body scrubs that I don't need to go out of my way to buy anymore. Maybe I'll buy some from a small business, but I'm not looking for body scrubs at TJX stores anymore. So there's that. Wouldn't recommend and wouldn't repurchase for sure. Oh, another product I wouldn't repurchase. We have some shower steamers from the brand Bliss. Could have sworn that I thought this was a good brand, but these shower steamers are basically unscented. I was able to smell them in the little packets. And I got them for $3.50. So I figured, okay, they were once $8.99. Let me try them for $3.50. There's a total of what, 12 tablets. So here's the like little size of the tablet that I kept just for reference. And I used, I want to say it was like 3 or 4 one time in the shower at once on all corners of the shower floor, and I smelled nothing. My sister also ended up trying it out, and I think she used like 2 or 3. She also couldn't smell it. This was like lemon citrus scent. Well, technically lemon drop, but it smelled like lemon cleaner. And yeah, so I wouldn't recommend this. I wouldn't repurchase it. And it was just kind of a waste of time. The good thing about it, despite the small size, it was a little bit chunky, so it didn't disintegrate right away. So towards the end of my shower, I'm just like, you know what, let me finish this shower steamer, and ended up crushing it and then like rinsing it off with the shower head. So yeah, there's that. All right, the next one is a Lush soap that I don't currently have, so maybe I'll insert the photo to the left, but it was the soap in lemon zest. So I actually my sister bought this at the Lush store, and she really liked the scent because essentially it's just very similar to the Zesty or the avocado co-wash scent family, but it's just like a true lemon scent. Not cleaner, at least to me, but it's very bright, very invigorating. The problem is for my sister is that she doesn't use any loofahs with her soaps, and it wasn't sudsy at all, and she didn't like it despite the creamy center on the inside. So she gave it to me, and when I used it, I mainly used it up trying to scrub off that like hazelnut hot chocolate oil scrub, whatever the heck that was. And I liked it that it had little like salt crystals, so it felt slightly exfoliating. But even though it did stain my hands and wherever I used it, as long as I rinsed afterwards, it wasn't a problem. But even for me, I do like more suds in my soap. So that was the main con. I felt like it didn't terribly dry out my skin because I was using it with that oily scrub from Asquith and Summer Scent. So I never used it on its own, but normally Lush soaps are pretty stripping on my skin. I wouldn't repurchase it just because it didn't create a lot of bubbles. It lasted an okay amount of time. I feel like it didn't disintegrate right away and I left it in the shower. Then again, I always use soaps and shower steamers with those like soap savers. So I think it really helps in between uses to dry out your soap. So there's that one. Wouldn't repurchase that one. The scent is really nice though. Okay, next, I think it's all home fragrance, surprisingly. So I do have a bunch of tea lights that I'll just quickly show you. So I have a wide variety of like 8-hour, 6/7 hour tea lights, and 4-hour tea lights. And I do have a lot of wax empties, so I was just testing out to see what wax performed the best in my tea light versus my hot plate versus my like light bulb wax warmer. So yeah, there are all these. But honestly, I think as long as you get some cheap tea lights and you don't move them around, you're pretty much fine with any brand. So I would repurchase all of them. I think I mainly got them at like Target and Amazon, just whatever brand was most economical, I guess. I did finish up some small samples of wax melts. First, let's go on to the Candle Nurse. So this one we have Ladybug Switchblade. I like it that she has the pour dates and the fragrance notes. This one is fresh strawberry slices, cane sugar crystals, sea salt, and white musk. So this one, the main notes that I get were the fresh strawberry notes mixed in with the sea salt. So it reminded me a lot of like eating fresh picked strawberries at the ocean or something. And I feel like the white musk, it wasn't super prominent on cold, but I got that a lot after a few hours of warming the wax melt in my 25-watt Scentsy warmer. So this one wasn't super strong. I think I burned, or no, I didn't burn it. I melted this along with, I think, lemon pound cake from Bath and Body Works. I don't know, I do some weird combinations. But yeah, this one I would say was medium strength and it pretty much filled up my medium-sized bedroom. So yeah, it wasn't super strong and it wasn't weak either. This one's nice, but I don't know if I would go out of my way to purchase it. Okay, next one, we have an older one, so I think that explains why the label is a little bit yellow. This is X's Lemon Dream, rich buttery pound cake lemon zest, sugary icing drizzle, lemon chiffon, whipped cream, and sugar cookie royale. This is one of my favorite like lemon gourmand scents. Unfortunately, I didn't know, but I guess when Emily sends out her free samples, that's the owner of the Candle Nurse, she sends out either one like wax or 2 wax or 3 waxes. So I think you're meant to use all of them at once, and I kind of split them up into 2 uses. I remember the first time that I used it, I really enjoyed it. I feel like the second time I mixed it with this other one right here, Maya Mac Dressed in Black. And I feel like the Maya Mac Dressed in Black, since I did, again, it was like 2 shapes, and I kind of split it up into 2 uses. This one was pretty light, but I felt like as time went on, I felt like the Maya Mac Dressed in Black got stronger, so it kind of overpowered X's Lemon Dream, whereas I feel like I would have enjoyed it more had I just warmed these individually instead of mixing them. So for Maya Mac Dressed in Black, the fragrance notes are tobacco leaves, vanilla, tonka bean, pink sugar, type, and sugar cookie royale. So this one, the main notes that I get is just this very sultry like tobacco mixed in with a creamy vanilla. It does smell like a good scent that you would find in like a body, no, not a body spray. I feel like that's not high end enough, like a perfume or Bodycare. And I really enjoyed it. The only thing is that this one was a little bit light the first time that I used it. Again, I don't know if with time it performed better. But yeah, both of these are really nice. I would repurchase both of them. Maya Mac Dressed in Black, I think I would buy a smaller size just to see if the performance has gotten better or if I kind of like got confused since I warmed these together. But yeah, both of these are really nice. And I think this is my favorite citrus gourmands type scent that I've warmed in any or from any wax brand. Next wax that I finished up, we have one from Lavender and Speckles. I got this from Emily's 250 subscriber giveaway. She wrote 3/19/24, so I don't know if that's when she purchased it or if that's the pour date. So this one, the fragrance notes list lemony goodness, sweet lemon pound cake with rich buttercream frosting and fresh lemon zest. So this one was pretty light, and I was kind of shocked because I tried this both in my Scentsy warmer first, and then when it didn't really perform, I would give it maybe like a 3 out of 10 in my medium-sized bedroom. So then I opted to try both of my tea lights. So my tea light that I got from Walmart, and then the one that performs really, really great. I got that one from Amazon. And I felt like it was just marginally stronger than my Scentsy warmer. So that was unfortunate. It also didn't really last too long. I would say it lasted maybe like 4 hours or something. So if I had to choose between that one and X's Lemon Dream that I warmed, I prefer X's Lemon Dream. I feel like X's Lemon Dream has a heavier emphasis on that like cookie note versus the Lavender and Speckles Frosted Lemon Pound Cake. I think I get more of that icing note if I had to, make some comparisons. So yeah, unfortunately, I wouldn't repurchase this one. Again, I don't know if the vendor just doesn't work in my space or if maybe it's the scent itself. Next, Wax Smell Empty. We have a scent shot from Candles by Victoria in the scent Ringmaster. So this one, some people cut it into fours. I cut it into half and I'm finishing up the second half. This one, I did write these notes because they do not come with scent notes. It says, let's head to the circus where the fusion of cotton candy and fresh picked strawberries will have us grinning and feeling youthful. Time to bring in the clowns. Okay, kind of creepy because I don't like clowns. But anyways, I know it says fresh picked strawberries, but this smells very, very artificial. I cannot get over how artificial this smells. I like artificial fragrances, but this reminds me more of a 7-Eleven slushie, probably the red one mixed in with other flavors as well, probably a strawberry or a cherry mix in there. So yeah, I didn't like how it stated that it had fresh picked strawberries, but I basically just got an artificial Slurpee slushy from 7-Eleven. But once I changed my mindset, I ended up liking it. I felt like it was pretty strong in my Julie Ann plate warmer. I had it in the medium setting and I think it lasted all day. So that's 18 hours. I don't have my wax melters on 24 hours. So there's that. Yeah, it performed pretty well. And I think that this has been curing for maybe 4 months or so. However, I don't feel like Candles by Victoria needs a super long cure time. I think as long as you wait like 2 weeks or something, you should be good to go. So yeah, wouldn't repurchase that particular scent. Next, Wax Smell Empty. We have one from Boots and Mascara. I believe she still has some available on Etsy. The owner's name is Angela. This is in Sweet Kettle Corn, pour date August 8th of 2024. Fragrance notes are yellow popcorn, sweet vanilla, brown sugar, caramel, butter, maple syrup, and a hint of seasoning salt. So this one I was a little bit worried because normally when I see popcorn, I think, oh my gosh, it's going to be too much butter. But I think this one smells the most to me like, in the grocery store, they have like movie theater butter, extra butter. This would be more like light butter with a little bit of salt. Very light butter mixed in with the uncooked popcorn or like the unpopped kernels, should I say, mixed in with the seasoning salt. I didn't get a ton of maple syrup or caramel, which I'm surprised because normally those really overtake fragrances. This one, it had a bunch of little shapes. I tried it in my Scentsy warmer. It didn't really perform too well. And then so I tried it in my tea light. I feel like the performance was about the same. So I thought, okay, let me try this in my candle crock. So I got like an empty jar from Bath and Body Works and I dumped all the wax in there. And I had that going for about, I would say like all day, one of the weekends. It was pretty light, I would say. So I wouldn't repurchase this one. If you want a strong scent from Angela that I've tried so far, I still have a few to try. The one that I think performed the best was one that was like peppermint and chocolate, even though there was no chocolate listed. And I think it was from my last month's empty. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but yeah, that one was pretty strong. Next, Wax Smell Empty. We have one from Athlean and Alchemy. This is called Dulcerias de Miami. I believe this is from her general catalog, which is normally available all year round. She has the fragrance notes listed, so cinnamon sugar, butter, coconut flakes, crunchy pistachios, fluffy vanilla cake, que rico. So this one, I used this both in my 25-watt Scentsy warmer as well as tea lights. So I was able to smell them in both, but I felt like in my Scentsy warmer, it was more of a light medium fragrance versus in my tea light, it was more of like a solid medium fragrance. I think overall, I don't know if I would repurchase it because I really enjoy the scent, but I just wanted to be amplified a bit more. This reminded me a little bit of like Cinnamon Toast Crunch when you've already added the milk, or maybe even from Quaker Oatmeal, the cinnamon sugar option, which is so hard to find, and that's my favorite one, but that's a side tangent. Anyways, so if you're interested in buying from Athane and Alchemy, I believe she's currently in the process of selling her house and moving, so not a lot of stuff are in stock, just FYI. But anyways, I do like this, although she no longer sells them in this format. They're all going to be in her, I think it's called like brick bars, breakaway bars. I'm not sure, but they're not in this bag format anymore. So that one was good. I just wish, again, it was stronger. Next one we have is one from her winter scents. I don't believe this is on sale anymore. I don't know why I have this paper clip, but this is in the scent Hazy Shade of Winter. Let's see, fragrance notes: cypress, Fraser fir, buttercream dipped ginger biscuits, cinnamon, cranberries, and tangerine. So this one I first started warming it during the Christmas time, and I think I mixed it with the Sensational one that was like Fraser fir, and it had a little bit of a lemon note mixed in. And I think what I realized is I don't like, what do you call it? Citrus, orange, tangerine notes mixed in with tree scents. I don't know. I feel like the orange note kind of takes away from the outdoorsy feel. This one, surprisingly, I didn't get a ton of ginger, but when I warmed this in the living room, I was able to smell it. I did have it in my tea light, and I think I enjoyed it more in my tea light than I did my, what do you call it, my Scentsy warmer. Aubrey did her top, I believe, 5 vendors, and she did state, and I do agree with her, that for Athame and Alchemy, you should probably use this in a higher like wattage plate, so like 25 watts or even tea lights. I feel like it performs the best in a tea light. The main note that I get in here is definitely the tangerine. I don't get a ton of the buttercream, or even like the gingerbread is really toned down, and surprisingly even the cinnamon. And I am getting a mixture of the tree notes. I can't really remember what cypress is supposed to smell like, but I'm assuming I'm smelling that because it does smell very green, besides just the fir note that I can recognize in here. So yeah, I wouldn't repurchase this one, and I don't know if I have a backup of it. Next, Wax Melt Empty. We have one from the Bathing Garden. This one is in Circus Spread. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty how it's decorated. It has a lot of glitters and sprinkles and stuff you can't see. The fragrance notes, I believe I did make a label. It's yeasty fruitcake, fresh strawberry, and vanilla. And I really love that like yeasty bread cake note. I don't know, I just really loved it. However, the problem was that I warmed this in my tea light warmer and I couldn't really smell it. Then again, a lot of bread notes are a little bit hard to make strong. But despite the fact that I really loved it, I just honestly, I couldn't really smell it. I didn't even try it in my hot plate warmer or my Scentsy warmer because the tea light just gets so strong. So I feel like this one only lasted maybe about like 3 hours, and it was maybe around a 4 out of 10 or something. So unfortunately, I wouldn't repurchase it despite the fact that I really love the fragrance. Really good. But yeah, that was just unfortunate. And this one is one that was included in Emily the Candle Nurse's giveaway, so I didn't pay anything for it. All right, next we have this Glade plugin in the scent Irish Cream. So unfortunately, I don't like the fragrance, and I have about like 6 more of these, or like 5 more or something. So I'm just using this up in the bathroom just to get it over with because I didn't like it in my room. I wouldn't repurchase it, but I feel like those are even better than Bath & Body Works. Unfortunately, the variety of scents aren't a ton, and I feel like sometimes they have those little scratch areas so you can get an idea of how it smells, and sometimes they don't. In this case, I kind of blind bought and just assumed I was going to like the Irish Cream scent, which I do like the one from Bath & Body Works. So I think this might be just a one-off occasion maybe, because I do like the other plug-in scents that I've tried so far. But yeah, this one, wouldn't repurchase it, but I would repurchase Glade products in general. Next, we have a reed diffuser from the brand Sand and Fog. I don't know where the reeds went, But anyways, this was in the scent Cinnamon Vanilla. I believe I got this on sale and it had the wooden reeds. Unfortunately, this didn't really perform well and I had this going in my sister's room. One thing that I like about it is like the container and stuff, and that it has these little like anti, oh gosh, some of the liquid went on me. The like anti, and I lost my train of thought. So that it doesn't scuff up your furniture, but unfortunately, yeah, the scent was pretty light and it does smell kind of like an artificial, I think it's artificial vanilla because the cinnamon is pretty accurate. It's more of like of a baking cinnamon. It doesn't really lean red hot to me, at least right now. So yeah, I think if the vanilla note was improved upon, I think it would be a little bit better. Okay, next we have a small shop or a small business, Above Love Candle Co. I think they're currently closed, but this was in Love to Fight in the scent Pink Power. This is their, I think, 6-ounce single wick mason jars. So unfortunately, this one didn't really perform well. I even have this in my bathroom. I know some people, I think, put hurricanes in their bathroom, but I just wasn't about to do that. Overall, the burn was pretty clean, no noticeable instances of sooting, and it went down all the way. Mine didn't come with any like glitter or anything, so I don't have any dark bits that some people with glitter have after the candles burned. This one, I believe the scent notes were like graham cracker and like pink lemonade. I did get a little bit of the berries, but then I didn't really pick up any graham cracker crusted note. So it was a predominant lemon scent, and I feel like it was a very zesty lemon, borderline cleaner, but I feel like it towed the line. If you tend to dislike citrus scents, then you probably will dislike it. But if you already like lemon scents, then this one should be fine. So in my opinion, I would like the graham cracker crust note to be amplified a little bit. I wouldn't repurchase this one, but maybe it'd be better in a multi-wick format. All right, so an honorary empty. We have one from my sister. This is a candle that I gifted her from a small business on Etsy called Teresa Lynn Simple Luxuries. She uses wooden wicks and 100% soy wax. This one was colored. It was really pretty. This one, I like it that she included the fragrance notes, sweet orange, raspberry, vanilla, strawberry. I didn't get a ton of the vanilla. And then here's how it looks like on the other side. These are her larger ones, so 12 ounces. I believe this one's considered the pint. She also has the half pint sizes. So unfortunately, I think her shipping prices went up. So it used to be free shipping on $35, and I believe now it's like $4.99 or $5.99, and then with each additional item, you have to pay either $1 or $1.50, something like that. So I feel like going forward, I'm not going to purchase from Teresa because the strength and throw is really hit and miss. I think I want to say I've had more misses than I had hits. The two scents that have performed well for me, caramel apple that comes out during the fall, and the watermelon scent that I believe it's currently listed in her shop. My sister mainly used this for the crackling sound, and I'm mainly using it for the crackling sound as well. One thing with wooden wicks, it's a little bit tricky to light it sometimes. So you really have to switch your mindset from lighting cotton wicks to wooden wicks because you have to trim your wick even more than you would a normal cotton wick. So anyways, my sister, she said she wouldn't go out of her way to purchase this, and she likes a louder crackle, and I have the same issues. So there is Stay Magical. It's really pretty, and you are able to reuse the jar, though it's pretty thick glass. All right, next candle. I'm just calling it quits because I loathe it. I despise it. I think this is going to be the worst candle that I have burned in 2025, but we'll see. This is one that I got during a Good Morning America deal for $15 ship, and I regret every single penny that I paid towards this. Anyways, a 7-layer cake from Easter. This came back for 2025 in the collection. It looks different, the packaging, but honestly, this label is a lie because I barely smell anything. The fragrance notes, let's see. Spice cake, grated carrots, brown sugar, crushed nutmeg, bag of lies. The pour date is July 19th, 2024, and this just smells like a hunk of burning wax right now. It was very lightly fragrance on cold, and then when I lit it the first time, like almost like from the minimal scent that I got, at least 50% of that scent disappeared. So here we go. No real like sooting issues or anything, but this, it's funny, the lid smells really nice, but the candle, itself, especially when you burn it, smells like a bonfire. And it's not even like a nice intentional bonfire, you know, like by the campfire, but by the trees. No, this is just like a hunk of burning wax. And I wouldn't recommend it. I don't like it. I don't know how this year's is performing, but yeah, I think this is the worst candle that I purchased from Homeworks. It's very close to that ginger spice pudding from the Elton John collab that just had no scent. Also, on a side note, the photo has a bunch of frosting and like 7 layers, right? How are these 7 layers being held up? Clearly not by frosting, because I don't smell any cream cheese. I don't smell any buttercream frosting, nothing. It's just slightly spiced cake. Even me, who I don't like spices in my candles, like a lot of cinnamon, a lot of ginger, a lot of nutmeg, a lot of clove, I wanted something, and this candle just didn't give me anything. I have a dedicated review, but pretty much this rant is how I feel about the candle. But let me get off of that. A last minute candle empty. We have one from the brand T&H Wholesalers. They have their own website and they sell on Amazon. So anyways, I won, well, technically my sister won this from a candle giveaway because I ended up tagging her on Instagram. So anyways, these candles are, I believe, made in China. They are aromatherapy candles. So I want to say they use pure essential oils, but like, correct me if you know otherwise. So anyways, the burn time is very long. It's up to 80 hours, depending on how you take care of your candle. They use 100% soy wax, which I think it's so weird because the wax doesn't behave like soy in the sense it doesn't create those little divots. But anyways, here is how the candle looks like. And here's the box. I actually kept it. So I like it that it has the fragrance notes. It's very giftable. Here's the top part, kind of. And it comes with this little to and from kind of like gift card thing with candle care and stuff. So anyways, back to the scent. I feel like this one didn't have a ton of vanilla, despite the fact that vanilla is listed as, well, one of the names of the candle. I feel like it's more of a raspberry strawberry combo. Then I get the lemon and orange combo. I feel like also it reminds me a little bit of a like a Starbucks refresher or like a fruity tea. So it doesn't smell artificial to me. I don't know if I would have done my review, but I'll also give my thoughts then. So anyways, my sister basically burned it up to right here and then she got kind of tired of it. So while my sister burned it, I feel like she had it burning for upwards of like 6 hours, which I don't think you're supposed to do. So the wax was a little bit discolored. But when I burned it, the scent didn't change or anything and it didn't get more discolored. So anyways, up until like right here, I thought I had one more burn. And then when I was around hour 7, I thought, you know what, let me just let it rip and finish out. So it did get a bit sooty, but other than this part right here, it essentially looked more of like this part right here. So slightly discolored, but not with those little marks. That's just because I left it burning for 8+ hours, but don't tell anyone. Anyways, no real soot marks that I can see on this side. Yeah, that's the label. So my biggest critique of this candle is that I really enjoyed the scent. I just wanted it to be a bit stronger, and I had this burning in my medium-sized bedroom, and I think the scent would work better in enclosed spaces. So while I wouldn't purchase this candle again, I feel like I would purchase from T&H Wholesalers, but I'd probably just get a different scent. I like that it reminds me of like a tea scent, even though there's no tea scent listed. I'm pretty sure that's the, oh gosh, Cassis? One of those pronunciations is correct. Next, miscellaneous empty, we have another dental product. This is floss from the brand Reach. I always buy this at Walmart, but I don't know if you can find it anywhere else. So anyways, I really like it, but I wouldn't recommend it for people with sensitivity issues, whether that be their gums or their teeth, because this one is pretty thick. And while, let's say the brand Glide, their floss is more of like of a flat rectangle, if I'm describing it correctly, I feel like this would be like a thicker rope texture. So anyways, I like using it because I feel like I get more, I guess, gunk out of my teeth, and I feel like I have more control. But definitely if I was, let's say, having a toothache, I would use Glide instead of this. So yeah, I do have backups of this, but I wouldn't recommend it for everyone. Okay, final miscellaneous product. We have a toothpaste, Sensodyne Pro Enamel. I would recommend this. I use this in the morning because I feel like I need something slightly more minty at night. I do like using anti-sensitivity products, but at night I like using more anti-cavity focused products, if that makes sense. All right, so those are all the empties that I used up in March. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.